Hello YouTube, it's your host Street Urchin here. Just got off the Facebook groups this morning. So you know, I'm good and pissed. Cringe post after cringe post. I've decided to make a cheat sheet video for cognitive functions. If I have to read one more post about an INTJ who has all the feelings of an INFP, this will be for quick references so that people who are uneducated about the cognitive functions have the chance to be able to type someone or type themselves. This is not in-depth, and it certainly doesn't cover all the intricacies of the functions and necessarily where they end up in the preferences. Alright, let's start with the one that everyone gives a shit about. Intuition. By itself, introverted intuition covers ambitions, goals, and plans for the user. So if you know someone that has a plan in life, they follow through with it, they go out of their way to make sure it gets done. You're looking at somebody that has introverted intuition higher up on the stack.
My actions don't require any defense. In the same situation, I do it again.
Extroverted intuition covers ideas about everything other than the user. Possibilities outside of the realm of their current reality. A lot of what-if questions get asked. So if you know someone that has a lot of different projects going on, that they can't stick to one game, they get bored very quickly and then move on to the next idea or the next project, you're most likely dealing with someone who's higher up on the stack for extroverted intuition.
My mind rebels with stagnation. Give me problems, give me work.
Now we'll move on to a more common one, sensing. Introverted sensing deals with memory. Memory is the most basic way to put it. And people that have introverted sensing high up on the stack, they're typically very big on tradition. However they grew up, the people they grew up with, those all influence the introverted sensor. So if you know somebody that doesn't necessarily like to branch out, they like to stick to the routine ways of living life. Introverted sensing, way up there on the stack.
Deschambault. She's ex-French intelligence. Last time I was there, we had a great deal of fun until she tried to strangle me with her stocking.
Extroverted sensing deals with the here and the now, the raw data from the surroundings. Extroverted sensors typically like being physical, in one way or another. Your typical athlete is going to have extroverted sensing high up on the list. And oftentimes I found that extroverted sensors find hypothetical ideas and thinking about them to be often a waste of time.
Take the Lord Marshal's offer and bow.
I bow to no man.
Alright, now we're on to thinking, which I believe that many people need to do more of. Introverted thinking is all about logical consistency. If someone has a preference for it, they won't just believe what you say. You need to provide examples. If you're trying to explain something to an introverted thinker, you may see them squint. They'll ask follow-up questions, because the introverted thinker needs to understand what it is you're trying to say. And if they're confused, they'll often say, I don't understand what you're saying, or that doesn't make sense to me. If you're dealing with that kind of a person, then introverted thinking is higher up on the list.
Well, if he could do that, he could achieve heavy ion fusion at any reactor on the planet.
Finally, someone who speaks English.
Extroverted thinking does not give a rat's ass about logical consistency. It's about taking what other people believe is true and then regurgitating it out in front of other people. So if the person just repeats back to you what they read on some blog post about MBTI, extroverted thinking is somewhere on the list. I've heard dumb shit get said on all manner of the stack.
I'm sitting next to Sasuke. No, I am!
Clueless.
Introverted feeling deals with the user's own personal feelings. Personal feelings. Personal feelings. Happy, sad, angry, introverted feeling. Those types of people like to use the phrase, I feel. Oftentimes it's a dead giveaway. If the person you're speaking with mostly talks about the morality of a question or a situation, or they talk to you about how something makes them sad or angry or happy, introverted feeling? Up here, which by the way, those are most of the people you're going to be dealing with.
When a good person dies, there should be an impact on the world. Somebody should notice. Somebody should be upset.
Extroverted feeling has nothing to do with feelings at all. And I imagine that some people might not believe that that's true. And it might be because that, yes, extroverted feelers also have their own personal feelings, but they preference keeping harmony in the group. They don't want to cause conflict. That's why the ISFJs and INFJs have such a hard time voicing their opinions. They know that in a public space, somebody is going to have a problem with what they say. And they prefer, see what I did there? They prefer to keep the peace and to keep their mouths shut. If you're talking with someone who prefers harmony, cohesion, cooperativeness, and doesn't like to start shit with people, extroverted feeling, somewhere in here, most likely higher up.
In place of a Dark Lord, you would have a queen! All shall love me and despair!
And that was a quick reference guide to the 8 cognitive functions. Hey, you paying attention? It's time for you to take a test.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
Here's a short post of someone asking about what their personality type is. I'll give you some clues. This person cares what other people think. This person cares about the logic of other people when describing her. She believes her academic success gives her value. She feels that her classmates hate her. Her personal values are very important to her. And the most overlooked of this entire post, she posted in an MBTI Facebook group. She's seeking attention. Alright, WizKid, if you think you know the answer, drop it in the comments. Oh, and one last hint. She's not an ENTP or an ENFP. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I've got more content on the way, so long as my blood pressure stays low enough. I'll catch you next time. I've had enough of this crap.